chance for some wind chill and our next chance for snow. So Angela will be along in a moment. Friend of the show, Emily Longnecker, working on an important story today after a news conference here in Indianapolis about COVID-19 and children. Wait until you hear some of the numbers that came out of today's news conference. We're going to talk tonight at 11 about how you can protect your kids from getting COVID-19. But we want to begin, as we do every night at 10 o'clock here, by talking about the weather. Welcome back. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
I think this may be the first Facebook Live that we've done, well, for sure in 2022, right?
Yes, and then for sure, I mean, it's been several weeks.
It's been weeks.
It's been, well, we've been a little short-staffed with all the holidays. You've been traveling for
the Olympics. That's right.
So it was just kind of crazy.
Yeah, you had a good vacation.
Great vacation, good holiday, and
nice.
You had 4 grandbabies.
4 grandbabies, all under the age of 1. You should have seen the stacks of diapers.
Oh, I can imagine.
So we had some for the 2-month-old, and we've got the 7-month-old twins. So we had those sizes, and then we had 10-month-old diapers.
Jeez.
So we went through a lot of diapers, but had a great time. Loved having all 4 grandbabies here. So hope you enjoyed your Christmas and your New Year's. Got a busy night. We've got a lot of college football fans heading to Indiana later in the week. College football championship game between Georgia and Alabama is Monday night, and at least for fans maybe arriving early, going to be experiencing really cold weather.
Yes, if they come in Thursday or Friday, it's going to be really, really cold.
Okay.
And that really, really cold starts to arrive tomorrow. It's always interesting to me when the graph looks like this, because usually the graph goes like this.
Right up.
From start to finish during a day. It's actually going like this tomorrow. The warmest we're going to be is actually right now until we get into the weekend.
Oh my gosh.
So that means the mid-30s, which is where we are now, will be as warm as we are until probably Saturday afternoon. And this is the temperature tumble that's on the way for tomorrow. We'll be low 30s at 8 a.m., quickly falling into the 20s, staying there most of the afternoon. But I have a feeling we'll get a couple of places, maybe Lafayette, Kokomo, upper teens, to around 20 by early evening tomorrow. So a temperature tumble, and add to that some gusty winds. It was breezy today, but it's going to be a colder wind developing tomorrow, and strong enough that the National Weather Service has us under a wind advisory, at least most of us, from 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. tomorrow for wind gusts that may near 40 or slightly above. What that will do with those strong winds combined with the falling temperatures, bring wind chills by tomorrow afternoon, early evening, single digits for some of us, and then all the way down below 0 by this time tomorrow. It's going to feel like below 0 all the way through Wednesday night into early Thursday. Thursday's going to be a cold day. We don't make it out of the teens. Wind chills most of the day in the single digits. And then actual air temperatures will go single digits Friday morning, and that will be the coldest of the season. So
my goodness.
Cold is the big story. You might have been hearing rumblings of a snowmaker.
Right.
There is a weather system to watch. Right now the track is south. So we're going to be on the drier side of that system.
Okay.
Do I think we get a little bit of snow? Yes, the best chance for that will be south. So Columbus, Greensburg, Bedford, North Vernon, maybe an inch or so.
Okay.
And then the farther north you go, we might get a couple of flakes of snow. But it doesn't look like snow is going to be the big story.
That's good. In the meantime, get your heavy coat, gloves, hat. You're going to need it over the next few days.
Yes, and remember all those cold weather tips.
Yeah.
You're going to need those for sure.
Good to know. And let us know where you're watching Facebook Live. We'll go ahead and give you a shout out here on this Tuesday night, and let you know we're very thankful that you're back with us here in 2022. All right, we'll get back with Angela in a moment. Let's go ahead and continue our Facebook Live tonight, talk a little bit about COVID-19. And today we got some pretty shocking numbers in terms of the number of children who are now hospitalized with COVID-19. IU Health had a news conference today. Friend of the show, Emily Longnecker, is joining us live tonight. Happy New Year to you, my friend.
Happy New Year, Scotty. Happy New Year.
Yeah, so this COVID situation in terms of children was a big news story, and I know that's part of what you're working on tonight at 11. Bring our viewers up to date.
Well, I mean, it's no secret that since the beginning of the pandemic, kids' lives have been impacted, right? Whether it's, at-home schooling or activities being canceled. But now doctors are seeing that direct impact to kids' health in the way of them coming down with the virus. So the docs at Riley today are saying that at this point right now, they're seeing 4 times as many patients kids sick with COVID come through the emergency room as they have at any time during this pandemic. So at this point, they say up to 140 COVID tests a day that they're doing in their ER. And of those tests, 85% of those kids are coming back positive with COVID. And so they are admitting some, and others they are sending home. Right now, they've got 32 patients in Riley. 9 of those are in the maternity center. So those are pregnant mothers. 11 kids are in the PICU. And of those 11, 7 are on ventilators. Of their patients that they have right now, 77% of their patients that they have COVID are unvaccinated. And basically, kids are also coming in sick with other things too, right? So they've got their COVID patients and they've got kids coming in with other things. And the thing about Riley is they have like a lot of specialized care. So sometimes they don't have beds in the unit where they need the beds because they have all of these levels of specialized care for these different illnesses. So now they're seeing the staff getting sick. Staff are either getting sick or they themselves have been exposed and have to quarantine. So the Indiana National Guard is coming in by the end of the week to help fill in the gaps.
Wow. All right, Emily, it's a big story. And of course, the message from health officials continues to be, if your child has not been vaccinated, get a vaccine. And certainly if they're available for boosters, we're going to be talking about boosters the rest of the week as the CDC takes a look at that. And we'll be looking for your report tonight on 13 News at 11. Great to see you, Em.
Great to see you. Happy New Year, Scott.
You bet. All right, there's Emily Longnecker. She'll have part of our big story tonight. We're also going to take a look at school guidance coming up because, some schools ushering kids back in class this week. And we've at least seen Pike Township schools decide to go on virtual the rest of this week because they've just had so many kids with COVID and some other kids needing to be isolated. So that's what's happening at least at Pike Township. We'll get into all of that tonight at 11 o'clock. All right, let's talk about Betty White. Of course, we lost this legendary actress just a couple of weeks shy of her 100th birthday.
No.
And look, I mean, who doesn't like Betty White? Everybody likes
Everyone
Betty
likes
White.
Betty
Yeah,
White.
Golden Girls, Mary Tyler Moore Show. And today we were learning about this Betty White challenge. So as we go ahead and talk about Betty White, and you see some pictures of her, want to let you know that Betty White for her entire life was an animal shelter advocate. And so what they're doing here, organizers of this Betty White challenge are asking people to donate $5 to an animal shelter or a rescue of their choice and submit that $5 in Betty White's name. She was well known for her love and advocacy of animals. The fundraiser runs until January 17th, which would have been Betty White's 100th birthday. So if you love Betty White, send a $5 donation to your local animal shelter in Betty White's name, and that's a way to remember her. Thank gosh. Just what a wonderful actress. What a wonderful life.
Yeah, and you can just see it in her face, how kind she was. And, hearing some of the stories that I don't think I knew, that people have shared after her passing, it just makes her even more endearing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be interested to see how much money is raised for animal shelters.
Certainly hope so, that they raise a lot of money.
Yeah, me too.
How are things looking on Facebook tonight?
Pretty
Some
good.
people asking, where did we go?
Where did we go?
Welcome back, that kind of thing. Again, we'd had some technical problems, short staff. I'd been traveling, so anyway, those are some of the reasons. But we are back, and we'll be with you tonight at 10 o'clock and weeknights at 10 o'clock. And it'll continue to be the focus of what we do as we talk about our 11 o'clock show and some of the things that are cooking around Indianapolis.
Yeah, nothing's going to be cooking except cold.
You'll be running those heaters in the car tomorrow when you wake up. And I think the really interesting thing about this forecast tomorrow, or as you mentioned, usually when you get the kids up, it's cold, but it warms up.
It gets better.
That's not happening tomorrow.
No, completely going in the other direction tomorrow. We'll be in the mid-30s shortly after midnight, and that'll be as warm as it gets until the weekend. We'll be in the mid-20s by mid-morning tomorrow, and then falling upper teens, low 20s. But more importantly, the winds tomorrow, so strong that those feels-like temperatures easily in the single digits by tomorrow afternoon, and then by tomorrow night, sub-zero.
Okay, we'll be talking about that, of course, tomorrow night. And we'll be talking about that tonight when Angela has her full 7-day forecast on 13 News at 11. For Angela, I'm Scott. Thanks again for joining us here on Facebook Live. We'll see you tomorrow night and at 11. Good night.